Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will talk about the market. Let's see where Bitcoin, Ethereum, Aaron and some other altcoins are going. We will discuss why Tesla sold their Bitcoin and what that means for the market because yes, 75% of their holdings is now sold and we didn't see a dump. So I will tell you my opinion, what I think, whether this is good or bad. And also I have big announcements which I'm gonna make at the end of the video, so you should stick around. But yeah, there are captions as well. But watch the full video, that's the best. Okay, since I don't have an intro, we can just jump in. Bitcoin is at 23,452 and according to trading analysis, according to the chart, it is going forward upward. If it doesn't make a double header here, hope not, but as it stands right now, Bitcoin is in an upward momentum, and yes, it could happen that we are touching these, or we will touch these price target. As you can see, my next price target is the 26,000, and that is coming from this W or triple W or whatever you want to call it. And the next one is the breakout of this trend line, also a big resistance here at the bottom at 28,000. And the next one is 30,000 if we get there, and that is the big resistance of this huge downtrend resistance line or downtrend line. I don't think that we will go past 30,000. The reason is the following. I think at 30,000 many people will sell some Bitcoin, miners will sell some Bitcoin in order to cover their electricity bill, for example, and in order to make sure that they can survive in the next couple of years, 1 or 2 years, when Bitcoin's price could go lower. So we could see some relief rallies, and these are not anything special because if we go back to 2017, yeah, here it is. So here is the Kraken Bitcoin chart. As you can see on the 2017 bull run, I mean after the bull run, more like the beginning of the bear market, we had some relief rallies, and yeah, we will probably just go lower. What I'm waiting for is this one here. I think this is what we need in order to call the bottom, in order to say that, okay, this is the bottom. However, this is only my opinion. So it could happen that 17 or 16 or whatever it was, 17,600 was the bottom. And from here, we will only go sideways or up and down. I just can't know. I don't think anybody knows. So yeah, maybe DCAing is the best. However, at this market, at this momentum, let's say what we have, I think these 30,000 price target is achievable, and it might happen that Bitcoin touches it, or maybe somewhere here. Maybe it just goes back to the 28,500. Who knows? Okay, let's go forward and discuss Ethereum. Ethereum is doing pretty good, and as Bitcoin is going up, Ethereum is going higher. Let's say it is already at the 1600. That's pretty good. However, I think that at 1700, 1800, somewhere here at the 2000s, it will just hit a very big resistance, and it might happen that it will just fall back. Now, this obviously depends on what Bitcoin is doing. If we want to just make this channel longer, you can see that it kind of broke out from this downtrend, and it's always good to see that. However, if we want to go even further back and drag a line from here, we can see that it's still another downtrend. So you can drag a lot of lines, you can just create a lot of trends. Whatever happens with Bitcoin, Ethereum will follow it anyways, and these trend lines or resistance lines and supports are very good for trading if somebody wants to. But yeah, I think the main trend right now is bearish, and we have relief rallies here and there. However, don't be fooled or don't believe in false hopes. I do think that we will go lower. That is my opinion. Let's go forward. Aaron. So Aaron had the Cantina Reale swaps enabled yesterday, and these swaps are not free swaps. Let's say you can swap your CRT tokens to Aaron or your Aaron to CRT tokens. However, you will get locked tokens, meaning that you cannot reswap it. Okay, there is no chance for pump and dump. So if you have I don't know, 10 Aaron and you bought some Cantina Reale token yesterday, then you cannot swap it back to Aaron. If you have Aaron and Cantina Reale, you can play it around a bit, but you know what I mean. Therefore, if you want to start trading with it, you will need to wait until the 29th. That will be the time when all swaps are enabled, because the first hype, the big movements already are tamed, let's say. Okay, so that is the rationale behind everything. Okay, let's go forward and see what happened to Tesla, because they hold 75 75% of their Bitcoin holdings. And I thought for the first time that this is fake news. That is what I thought. But it seems it's not, because if we go to Bitcoin treasuries, we can see that Tesla Incorporation has 10,800 Bitcoin. Now, just for reference, they had around 50,000 because they bought at around 30,000 for $1.5 billion, after which they sold some Bitcoin for a couple hundred millions. I don't remember, I think it was like 300 or maybe near 300, after which they had around 40 something thousand, and now 75% of their holding, therefore 30 something thousand, are sold. The biggest question is whether this is good or bad, and I will have to share with you my opinion. I think this is good, and I know that, hey, what will happen with the hype? How Bitcoin will be adopted if these big players don't advertise on it? Now, listen here. This is my opinion only, obviously. Tesla is very much dependent, let's say, or depends a lot of the government. Officials are not a big fan of Bitcoin. We know why, because it's competition to CBDC. My opinion only, obviously. Therefore, the fact that they sold most of their Bitcoin and they don't have billions or $1 billion in Bitcoin, it means that with 10,800 Bitcoin, they cannot move the market. So no official can come there and say that, okay, you know what, if you don't sell all your Bitcoin over the counter, so you don't dump it on the market, then you will have to cut back your emissions, because otherwise we will fine you like a couple hundred millions. Therefore, they cannot influence the Bitcoin's price only with the hype in a negative way, let's say. If they announce that, okay, from now on we accept again Bitcoin for Teslas, that will be a positive thing, and the market will probably pump. Whatever Elon Musk says, yeah, it has some effect, but I think that it is wearing off. Meaning that people don't panic whatever Elon Musk tweets. Bitcoin's price is not dumping or pumping when Elon Musk mentions it. This is a good thing. I really like to see this, and I hope that when they buy again or sell again, there will be not such big news. So I'm very curious to see whether they dumped it on the market or not. If I would have to guess, I would say that they dumped it somewhere here in Q2. It should be somewhere here. I think this big cascade was part of their selling. So they just dumped it on the market. They had to do it over the counter because that is how it is official, let's say, and not illegal. They can't really just trade in the shadows because they are a public company. Okay, so this is my opinion, but I'm very curious to hear your opinions. Let me know in the comments. Okay, let's go forward. I have big announcements and pretty interesting ones, to be honest, because I don't know if you saw the tweet. I joined Morningstar Ventures. I am the podcast host for Morningstar Ventures. We started the MSV podcast and the EGLD podcast. Now, it is very interesting. It is something new for me as well. It is very recent. However, we already have some podcasts coming out. We have one for the EGLD podcast with Aaron Apes, and we have actually two for the MSV podcast with Ruben from Engrave and with Flavian from Beware. If you are interested, check the Twitter accounts, follow the Twitter accounts, listen in, let me know what you think, how do you like it, so on, so on. And I know that the first question you would have, what that means for the Breaking Free channel. Everything will go on forward as it was until now. Videos will come twice a week with a simple but very important difference that from now on I will have a lot of important and interesting guests on the MSV and EGLD podcast. And yeah, it's my voice. You're already used to that. You already know me. So I hope that you will like it. Next week I'm on holiday. I don't think that I will make any videos, but if anything happens, I don't know, Elon Musk comes out on Twitter that he has a Bitcoin tattoo on his body, let's say, and Bitcoin rallies to 100k, obviously I will check in. Until then, take care, and I see you in the next video. Listen to the podcast, they are very interesting, and yeah, hope you like it. Take care.